Like, well, where's Ari? I was like, she's still in there. It's been a long time. A few more minutes pass. It's like, she's definitely pooping.
That's like Hudson.
So anyway, so she comes storming out, and she walks straight to the trash can, and she just throws a bandana in it. And I said, what? I was like, what happened? She goes, there was no toilet paper. And I started freaking out. I was like, what am I going to do? She goes, I realized I had a bandana, and I had to use my bandana to wipe my hands. I have the video of the conversation. It's so good. I had to use a bandana to wipe my ass. Corey's like, I hovered, and I don't hover. Really
I don't hover. It's a good line.
I hover, and I don't. Dude, they're the funniest, man. It's brother to brother.
All right,
So,
brother. Hey, okay, so I got a question for you.
All right, I have an answer.
What musical song, what song makes you cry? Or if you're like, this is, you're like, I feel emotional, or maybe it's just a song that isn't normal. Like, but what gets you?
It's only happened one time.
One song made you cry.
One song made me cry. It is "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," sung by Mr. Mandy Patinkin.
Mandy Patinkin, somewhere in the really.
Yep, it's just something.
Not the big Hawaiian in the pool.
I want to shoot that guy. I think that guy is really.
That's literally.
I think I'm glad he died.
He did die,
I'm happy about that. Yeah, it's just something about he hits these high notes that are like really like.
Mandy Patinkin from The Princess Bride.
Yeah, an ex of mine had a record of his. He's like one of the best singers ever lived.
Is he really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's an amazing vocalist. Yeah,
that's crazy.
So that's really what he's known for.
Okay.
This is singing, and he's a Broadway guy, you know.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to listen to this.
Oh, it's amazing.
Mine is "Monster" by James Blunt.
How's that one go?
It's the song about the son with the dad, and not the dad. His dad. It's about his dad. He's like terminally ill, or he's got stage 4 cancer or something, and it's about him taking care of his dad in his later age.
Is he the one that has like kind of a
really high pitched voice?
Pitchy high voice.
Super, super high. He has a great voice. It's yeah, but that one gets me.
That gets you? So what made you think about this? You've been getting them feels lately, or what?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe baby number 2 coming and just like being a dad, being an older dad. My kids are all older. Or 3 of them are out of high school, and then the younger one's about to go into high school, and then the youngest one is going to be 2 in a week, and having another baby coming. So it's just being an older dad. I think just one of those things.
You're getting more. You get more sensitive in your?
I'm going into that stage where like I'm not quite there, but I can tell I'm getting there. You know that stage where Dad went to, where it was all of a sudden he's just like, you know, the family comes over and he goes, "Man, I'm so happy."
I know.
And he just started. You're like, "This is, man, hey Dad, we're at 7-Eleven. We don't need to be crying. This is just family Slurpee night."
It's so funny. Here's this guy. He's a tough guy.
Just construction.
One time when we were kids, he cried while watching Field of Dreams, and we were like, "What in the world?" And now it's just commercials. He's just breaking down. I'm always like, "Dad, I don't want to say don't cry, but like you don't have to
you don't, maybe not this much. Pick and choose your crying.
Yeah, pick your spots, man." So yes, you're getting there. I'm not there yet. I mean, I'm definitely slowing down.
Yeah.
You know.
Movies get you?
Yeah, I mean,
movies don't get me. Just doing theater, watching so many movies, writing scripts, knowing a bunch of people in the movie industry. There's a part of me that's just the production part of it has made it where it's, I don't know why, but like it's just my brain just goes, "Oh, this is some good acting." I don't get caught up in the emotions of the movie too much anymore. I wish I did.
See the nuts and bolts.
I see the nuts and bolts. I see the shot. I go, "Wow, what?" I might now weirdly I'll be like, "Man, that was a great scene. That guy really killed that scene." Or man, she was amazing there. This director is really. I guess maybe it's a technical appreciation for it. I don't know. Maybe it's like a magic trick. Once you know how the magic's done, you can't be. Yeah, it's not as magical.
You don't want to know how the hot dogs are made, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. Every once in a while, a scene will get to me.
Yeah,
but I can't think of anything in particular in like many years though. Since Brian's song.
Oh man,
the one free pass every
man's allowed to cry watching Brian's song.
That was the acceptable Gen X. Men can cry if they're watching Brian's song. Brian Piccolo, Gale Sayers.
Gale Sayers.
It's the only acceptable.
I know. I'm like, I cried watching a Hallmark movie with my girlfriend the other day. I mean, I got misty, got a little misty. I had to put that in check.
Yeah, was it about a single mom who met her old boyfriend and?
No, it was called The Biltmore Christmas.
Oh, okay, that was my second guess. It was
Hallmark,
going to be a Christmas movie.
Hallmark, they use a lot of time travel.
There's a lot of time travel.
There's a lot of time travel. Every movie, you feel like there's somebody. It's always this woman that is doing some research for something, and then suddenly she's back in time. It's always,
and it's Christmas,
or it's either that, or like it'll follow an object through time. Like everything has to do with this. I don't know. Maybe things are just more romantic back in the past or something.
Oh, that's funny.
It's really funny. Yeah.
I have a screenplay book by a guy named Bob Sines, and he wasn't. He wrote movies that were like kind of pushing the edge because he wanted to get his stuff. No, but he came up like he was like a PA and worked his way up. Made connections and then ultimately was able to like get people to read a script and get something produced. And there was a time when he got a script. Somebody from Hallmark had seen his pitch script, which was like crazy. And they went, "Hey, we think that you could do a rewrite on a script we have for a movie." He goes, "Great." And it was a Hallmark Christmas movie. And he goes, "All right." So he pitched all of his notes and they went, "Yeah, sounds great." So he wrote a Christmas movie. And then for like 12 straight years, he had one movie produced by Hallmark every single year. Yeah. What a great gig. But he just accidentally turned into a Hallmark movie guy.
You never know where
the industry.
The thread's going to take you, dude. Just gotta yank it.
And then you just go do it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So he might have written the movie that
I'm sure he did. Lots of time travel.
Written by Bob Sines. Time travel, that's so funny, man. There's not a lot of good time travel movies. So I imagine, in my mind, I would say Hallmark time travel is probably worse.
Yeah, it's always something like a glass horse falls over and then all of a sudden she goes to pick it up and she's back in 1922.
That's still my favorite stage mistake of all time.
That is the greatest one ever.
The Glass Menagerie. You were not there.
I was there.
You were there?
We were there. We were sitting together.
We were sitting together?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to have a middle-aged memory moment here.
And so I'll tell the story then, so that way
you tell me your version, and then I'll tell you my version.
Well, I think we were in the Glass Menagerie. There's a moment where they're roughhousing or something.
They're dancing.
Playing around. Oh, they're dancing. Okay. And they accidentally knock the figurine over and it breaks.
Yes. And
so what I remember was they were dancing around and they rammed into the thing and it didn't fall.
Right.
Right. And then the actors stood there and they looked at it because it was supposed to fall. And then one of them just went and knocked it over. Right.
Okay. And then the house erupts in laughter at the saddest moment of the entire story.
Yes. Okay. It was genius.
So I'm curious, in my mind, if your memory is because I've told that to you. Or if you were there.
No, I was there.
Okay. Why was I? Do you remember the particular reason I was at that particular show?
I would guess maybe you were going to be writing one of the one acts.
Okay. No, it was opening night. And the girl that was playing the lead had asked me to come. Mm-hmm. So I brought flowers and I gave them to her backstage. Okay. So I go backstage and give her the flower. Oh, great show kind of thing. And we go to coffee. We get coffee. And it's very clear we do not hit it off. I do not hit it off with her at all. So that's like a Friday night. Monday, I'm in the theater class at Bakersfield College. She's in there. Our other friends are in there. And I hear, "Hey man, she said that you like tried to call her like 20 times and you texted her like 30 times. And she was just like, I don't want to see him again." And I was like, what? That's what she did all weekend. She had texted me like,
you're like, I have
30 times. I have literally, I'm like, here it is. And they're like, dude, that's crazy.
Oh, can you say who it is?
I don't remember her last name. Her first name was Catherine.
Oh.
I don't remember
the last name. We used to call her Crazy Catherine.
Tell me.
Did you ever like hit her up about it?
No, I was just like, you know what, whatever, man.
Oh, you're a bigger man than I am, dude. Yeah. I'm like, excuse me. We need to talk.
That's one of my big
Step failings. Into my office here. What the fuck?
That was not my personality back then, though.
Oh, you were shy then.
I was a little
shy David.
That's why I liked writing.
Baby.
I liked writing behind the scenes because I don't like being on stage. What do you remember about college, like theater? You remember anything? Like, what are your first memories of like Shakespeare Festival?
I was in it.
Yeah.
I had a no line part. It was Titus Andronicus, and they carted me out. I was handcuffed, and I don't remember what my guy even did. And then they kill me. That was it.
You didn't get a line cut.
No, there was just no lines. Like
They're like, hey man, you got a part. You're like,
I had just moved back from Los Angeles.
oh, that's right.
And Corey, our friend, she was like, well, they need somebody to do this. Nobody wants to do it. And I was like, I'll do it. But that was my first acting.
That's how you got in.
I remember being late on a cue for, I forget the play, but my character's it's like an old timey play or whatever. It's supposed to carry in this like radio, like an old radio. And I was like 20 seconds late.
That's an eternity on stage.
Oh, and I ran. No, but I was even worse because I tried to get on stage and I fall and the whole radio goes.
You destroyed the piece and were late.
Destroyed the piece. Was late. Was on the ground. I think the director wanted to fire me from that one. That was play number 2.
That was play number 2, and you're like,
then I got the bug.
You're like, I got this.
Then I got the bug.
Yeah,
I can do this.
I remember one time I was backstage and they had just posted who got cast in the show, and there was a girl looking at him, and I was looking over her shoulder, and I was just like, I didn't get a part. And she turns and she goes, oh, I'm really sorry. And I go, it's fine. I didn't audition. And she looked at me like, but then why are you sad? And I said, I mean, it doesn't hurt any less not to be in the show. She didn't know what to do. It's just like the absurdity of like community theater has always been fun to me.
I like it.
I do too. I love it.
It's really great theater is obviously great. And in really bad theater is great.
It's the best.
Nothing's better than it. Okay, theater is just, it's boring. Not even worth it.
Yeah, I want to see something that's impressive or something that's like horrible. I want to talk about something that's like going to capture my attention. Like you give something a 0-star review, I will go.
It's like, what were they thinking?
Yeah, that's hey, smell this, because you know it's going to be bad and you can't not.
I did the race with our friends Corey.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about that.
And Dylan.
6K.
Yeah, the rare 6K. Like, what's that like? It's one more K than I've ran before.
It's almost 4 miles.
Just under 3.8. But they were just in a production of Merry Wives of Windsor at the Empty Space Theater. And they're like, yeah, we got written up the paper. I was like, oh, was it good? They're like, well, no, they just focused on the scene changes.
What?
Yeah.
Was the person writing it not know anything about theater?
I don't know. I haven't read the article. But whoever wrote the article, they didn't mention the play at all. They just talked about the scene changes.
Beautiful switching of the set.
And the curtain call or something.
It's a well choreographed curtain
call. I always
for
hated
Shakespeare.
a freaking elaborate curtain call.
No, just come out and let us bow and then get the curtain
I don't
down.
want to do this whole extra play after the play.
Right.
The other one I hated was like, okay, we're going to make this really immersive. So we're going to have your guy on stage just as the audience is coming in. And you'll just be, I don't know, sweeping up.
Oh, yeah. I had to do that.
I hated that.
In a one-act at Bakersfield Community Theater, their one-act festival. We were the first play up. And my character is supposed to be just asleep on the couch. And then the other character comes in at the beginning of the play. So they're like, hey, you're just going to be out on the couch. Mm-hmm. So I had to lay on a couch for like 45 minutes until the show started. And I was like, you're just like, and you're supposed to stay asleep. So you're just like kind of like squinting to see who's in the audience. It's kind of like looking at,
you're like, they know where they're, they know they're at a play, right? They know they're at a play. They bought a ticket.
So avant-garde. Yeah, we're really pushing the limits of theater, man.
Really pushing it.
No, this one, your interest is going to come from the audience.
So you're going to be actually sitting in the audience, and we'll give you popcorn.
I had to do that one show, too.
We'll give you some popcorn.
I had to do that, too. I came out of the audience onto the stage like I was the director of the scene, and I had to throw a huge fit and storm off. And first time I come out of the audience, people in the audience were like, what is going on? It totally throws you out the
I did not sign on for this.
It was just like chaos.
Kathy, we're leaving. Let's go. I did not sign on for this hippie bull crap.
Those like live theater to me is so fun. Like I had a chair break underneath me.
Oh yeah,
that was fun. Just little random things that happen during a show, like when cues don't happen. One time I completely forgot my lines with a very good actress on stage, our friend Tracy Herda, and because 2 scenes we had the exact same entrance, like 3 scenes apart. And we come in the first time, and I cannot remember. We start going, and all of a sudden I start jumping between the 2 scenes lines, and I'm lost. Luckily, in stage theater, you can kind of pause and whisper to each other. So I'm like, I don't know where we're at. She goes, I'm not sure. We were both lost. So we just got through a scene that was roughly the idea of the scene. Nobody even knew. But like the stress, the sweats that happened.
I got a call when they were doing Hamlet. And I got a call. They're like, hey, so-and-so's sick. You're going to have to fill in.
Oh, my God.
It's 10, he's got 10 lines. That's it. One scene, about 10 lines. I forget the character. And so I'm like, all right. So I find out around like noon. I got till like 7. So I'm pretty good on my lines. But I have no rehearsal. They're just like, okay, look, you're going to just walk up here. And I was like, okay, but I didn't really know what my cue line was to enter. So I'm sitting here, I'm reading my script, I'm just ready, I know it's coming, and then I go, and I hear it silent, I was like, oh, I missed my cue.
Okay.
So then I'm sped up.
Oh, yeah.
So I come on stage, and there's 2 actors, very good actors. And they just look at me, and I was like, and they're like, and they both they were like, not, they were after the show, they were dying. They're like, we weren't going to help you out. I was like, yeah, no crap, dude. Fuck you guys.
You're doing them a favor.
I was like, I'm doing your favor. It's your freaking play.
Yeah,
you direct this thing. You called me.
You directed and cast yourself as Hamlet.
Yeah, he's like, you were Hamlet. You freaking idiot. Sure. I mean, I really respect the move, though. It's pretty fun.
I'm sure. I like, he didn't even know his own lines. He had his lines written up all over the stage.
Everywhere.
Behind everything. That's the other thing about plays on like community theater. Once you know you've been in enough of them, then you know where to look to go, oh, they're reading. That guy is reading lines.
If he is over the age of 60 and holding a magazine, I promise you that there is cutout pages inside of that fucking thing, dude.
It's flipping pages. I did that. I had some show. I think I was like playing the director of something, and so I'd have a binder with, and I was like, I just had the script. Oh, I was in a short film that won some comedy thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I was the guy who was firing the other guy.
Okay.
And on my yellow pad, where I was pretending to take notes, I just had all of my lines. Yeah. So I would just look down and say my lines. I had 100%.
I don't think that's cheating.
Everybody else you couldn't tell. Nobody could tell.
Yeah, you're like, something's got to be on there.
So I just was like, why did I put my lines? Then I can't forget them. That's the best. All right, tell me about this run, man. I heard you told me that you ran your 6K faster than your first 5K.
Yeah.
And
like a minute faster.
You did not train.
I never trained.
So how did you get faster?
Do
you think it was visualization?
I visualized the course. I did. I spent a lot of time visualizing the course. And, I'm just a naturally gifted athlete.
Yeah. What was your time?
47 minutes.
That's a drama, a TV show drama.
About 12-minute miles.
You ran one Law and Order.
I ran a Law and Order.
Yeah. It's a podcast, or listening to it on Hulu.
Doesn't John Wells produce that?
John Wells does produce.
So that there you go.
You just time it to dun dun dun.
I think it's having me run the only other one, which was a 5K. I don't know why they do 6K. I don't know. Never even heard of that. Understanding what 3 miles feels like.
Oh, okay.
Where you are, so it's a little easier to pace yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it's super fun. It started at the Pioneer Village, so nice. It was very packed. It wasn't the most well organized thing in the world.
Really?
Yeah, the bathroom situation was crazy. We
just go.
Corey and Ari and I, we waited in line, and we waited like for an hour. We finally get to the front. I go in there, and we're all in 3 at the same time, and Corey's like, "There's no toilet paper." I can hear her screaming. She's like, "I have to pee on the floor. I'm gonna pee on the floor." So anyway, we get out, and it's like Corey and I are there, and we're just sitting there, and we're like, "Well, where's Ari?" I was like, "She's still in there? It's been a long time." A few more minutes pass. It's like, she's definitely pooping.
That's like Hudson.
So anyway, she comes storming out, and she walks straight to the trash can, and she just throw the bandana in it. And I said, what? I was like, what happened? She goes, there was no toilet paper. And I started freaking out. I was like, what am I going to do? She goes, I realized I had a bandana, and I had to use my bandana to wipe my hands. I have the video of the conversation. It's so good. I had to use a bandana to wipe my ass. Corey's like, I hovered, and I don't hover. Really
I don't hover. It's a good line.
I hover, and I don't. Dude, they're the funniest, man. No, so Ari did good. Ari only finished like 30 seconds behind me, so she did really good.
So you got 4th in your class?
No, I got 11th.
11th.
Out of like 50 or something.
What was the age group?
45 to dead.
So you're the youngest person in the class.
Yeah, that's right. I should be winning.
I guarantee you some 70-year-old man just runs all the time. Probably ran away with it.
Yeah, that's in the men. I know that there was a 60-something-year-old woman that beat me. For sure.
One of the first ones I ever ran was Mr. Toad's Wild Run. It's up by Hart Park.
Right.
And it was cold, like wintry. And the first mile is straight uphill behind the sheriff's shooting range.
Mm-hmm.
Whole mile's uphill. And about half a mile in, I start having a real asthma attack.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm using the inhaler, and I cannot get my breathing under control. So I have to walk the second half mile over the first mile. Get to the top. I get passed by a 70-year-old woman who, as best I can say, is walk jogging.
Oh, yeah.
So she passes me. I finally get my breathing under control, and I pass her back. But then I noticed she stayed on the 10K route, and I was doing the 5K.
Oh, yeah. I think you saw
that's the one with the picture of me passing the 11-year-old down the stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that was surprising to me is how many people fall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like at the beginning, you're just hearing, you're running, you just some
Just in
poor
asphalt?
woman like in the asphalt. You're like, what happened?
Really?
To you? Yeah, they try to.
They're jostling for position.
People
You're trying to
run
get like
in a
100.
race, those races, the same way they drive.
They're just always trying to pass. Like
No,
wavy.
there are. You could tell. You'd be like, this is this kind of driver.
Okay.
This person is like mine's. They understand. They get out of the way. They blinker. There's no blinker people that are just drifting. There's
Okay.
people that'll just run and they'll pass you and then they'll stop right in front of you.
Yeah.
There's no. There's get to the side people.
Okay.
It mirrors like any kind of traffic.
Like, is it stressful?
Like I'm like running by, I'm like on your left, and the lady's like, "Geez," and I was like, "Just move over."
When I used to,
I'm flying here.
it's like 4-minute mile pace here for the first 30 seconds of this race.
I'm running 12-minute miles, baby.
Yeah, you better move over. I will leave some footprints on your back.
You're gonna get crushed.
Do you have running shoes, or were you wearing like Nikes or like?
I ran in my Crocs.
Nice.
No, I have
with the strap on the back.
I have running shoes. Yeah.
Okay. You feel pretty good about it though? You're going to do another one?
I feel good
this year.
We're doing another one soon. Yeah, we got a team, Killer Kern Records. It's a racing team.
Killer Kern Records.
Yeah, Dylan has his like record label.
Oh, that's right.
For like local bands and stuff. It's good. Yeah, we're gonna do another one. I don't know exactly when or where, but we'll do like until it gets too hot. I'm not running in no.
Who wants to run this? Not here.
I don't want to run at all.
You're just doing it. Your friends are doing
my friends are doing
That's
it.
fun though.
Oh, it's a blast actually, and they give you a medal. I was gonna wear it, but then this would have got in the way.
You have 2 medals now.
I do, yeah, yeah.
If you win your age class, do you get like a different medal?
I think there is.
It's like a real.
I think there's a thing.
It's not just like a participation medal.
I think there's got to be something.
How much does it cost to enter one of these races?
This one was the Bakersfield Marathon. It was like 100.
Now, most people sign up for a race like this as like an incentive for them to train and get in better shape. But you didn't. You did literally no training.
I don't. This is the shape I am.
Yes.
That's what it is. I'm riding it out.
I feel like that's still pretty good.
I mean, I'm the only one. This is true. I'm the only one when we're walking up to the museum, got dropped off, ripped a cigarette, dude.
That's what I was wondering. Did you smoke during the 6K?
No, I did before, and I definitely did afterwards.
How are your calves? Shins?
Everything's good. My Achilles and both feet are a little tight, but I'm good. Not sore.
That's good. No heart attack. That's good.
No. I do think I have a hernia.
You have a sports hernia?
But that was from taking a dump this morning. I had a real struggle.
Yeah. No, that's like a playoff game.
I like exercise is one of those things.
that nobody wants to do?
Whenever I do it, I go, man, I love this.
Okay.
I love this. I love being at the gym. I love it. And then I won't go again for 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, I don't have that.
It's brother to brother.